It's not getting it.
All right, so we all settled in?
Let's go.
Good stuff. Hey, everybody out there in podcast land, I want to welcome you to another edition of the Good Times with Good People Company presents the Loft Party Podcast, where it is always about good times, good people, and good talk. I'm your host, Rio, and this is a special edition because we're not going to be able to record on our normal Monday, only because it's a holiday. So we're doing a special Saturday night edition, and we've got a couple of people who I know have been chomping at the bit to be on the podcast that were able to join us today. So let me introduce you to our panel. So first, our returning champion, Dave Tiemann. He is an entrepreneur extraordinaire and also an art dealer. Ben Roberts, he is a bartender extraordinaire and our bartender here at the Pendergast Club. That is Kansas City's only place that you can belly up to the bar with a cigar, at least for the time being. And we've got the anonymous female, who is, of course, the right hand of the podcast. And then the people that I know have been chomping at the bit to be here, but due to personal scheduling conflicts and or cold weather aversion, they have chosen not to be here. First, we're going to start with Camden Fells. He is a wealth manager?
Wealth manager.
He is a wealth, and what company are you with?
I'm with Wells Fargo Advisors.
All right. So we got Camden and Mark Church. He, of course, was on episode 1 of the podcast and is returning after a long hiatus because he's got other stuff to do as I am rolling my eyes with haughty rescission at Mark. So we're going to jump right in because I know we've only got Cam and Mark for part of the podcast. We're going to start with what has become a favorite of the podcast, and we're going to play a few of my favorite things. And this is how this works. So, a few of my favorite things goes like this. You're going to get asked a question. The question is either going to be a this or that answer. So, you should be able to answer it quickly, but I have found because these questions are designed to reveal things about yourself that maybe you didn't even think about, that sometimes it takes a second to answer them. If it is not this or that, then of course, give us what your alternative would be. And just for the sake of the listening audience out there, we're going to go from Cam to Mark. And that way you always know who's answering and in what order. We will get to our podcast sponsors and all of that. But right now, let's play a few of my favorite things. So, Cam, night owl or morning person?
Immediate.
Wait a minute. Cam, you can't get stuck on the first one.
I want to say morning person.
Okay, all right. Mark?
I would say was a night owl, becoming more and more of a morning person as the months and years go along.
All right.
A lot easier to wake up now than it used to be.
And I think I know the answer to this question, actually for both of you, but t-shirts and jeans or suited and booted.
Suited and booted.
as I suspected for Cam, probably the most well-dressed man I've ever met in my life.
Too kind.
Mark?
For what I do mostly, which I'm in the bar industry, it ends up being either uniform or t-shirt and jeans. But I've worked in other capacities, and a suit and a tie every day was pretty fun to dop as well. So
Yeah, and
So what's your favorite?
suit and tie.
Suit and tie?
Suit and tie.
All right. And
Love it. I'm more comfortable in a tie than I am in a t-shirt, but I just don't have as many opportunities.
yeah, and
I guess I could make those opportunities more.
Yeah, you could.
And you will be.
And I will.
We will.
And I do think everybody on the podcast today was probably at Mark's wedding, except for Ben.
Only because I didn't know you.
Yeah.
And you went to Cam's tailor
Yes.
to get that fine suit.
Yes, people, you heard that. Cam has a tailor.
Oh, Lord. Shout out to Mike Copeland.
Mike Copeland. We'll have to get him on here sometime.
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I actually just got another suit from Mike as well.
Oh, see?
Look at you. Look at you.
I'm about to say, I have heard once you get one, you
Man.
become addicted.
It is pretty.
What color is it?
I wanted to replace just a good basic black suit, so I kind of customed the trimmings, but it's a good solid black suit I can wear. So.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So, warm weather or cold weather?
Warm weather.
I
didn't even let you get it.
I also knew the answer to that question, but you know.
We haven't seen Cam for the entire winter or spring.
Mark?
Cold weather. I mean, everybody loves like San Diego 72 all the time. That's great, but I don't mind cold weather. I can always put on more clothing. I can't
You can't take
always take enough off.
Take
So.
Car, truck, or
Car.
SUV?
Car.
Car.
Yeah.
Depends
Depends on the SUV though.
Yeah, in a particular model that that's your
SUV?
answer? Oh, well, car.
Car?
Since that's your answer.
I mean, I'm really feeling that new Bentley Continental.
All right.
I'm really feeling that.
All
Yeah.
right.
Well, I'd like to feel it. Just kind of.
Right.
Want to hug it a little?
What's Dave
right.
doing on the grill? He's just hugging.
Right. I'm about to say, as Dave is putting out his arms as to hug the Bentley. Mark?
SUV. I haven't had one in a few years, but it is handy to be able to haul things around when I need to, and also have a little bit more room all the time.
And so, with that answer, sport or luxury?
No, at this point in my life, sport works
Okay.
better.
All right.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I love a luxury car.
Yeah.
Same answer in that sense that it works a little bit better for right now, but yeah, I could definitely see that Bentley Continental coming in pretty soon.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's kind of a
we'll switch it
sporty
off every other
luxury,
weekend,
wouldn't
Cam.
it?
There you go.
You can have first and third weeks, second and fourth.
So, since we are in Kansas City, barbecue or steak?
Wow, man, that's tough. That's tough. I'm a steak guy right now.
Okay.
You know, I love barbecue.
Yeah, I figured so, because every time I hear you blissfully talk about a meal, it's been a steak.
Oh yeah, I go through phases.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go barbecue in the sense that there's just so many great barbecue places that you can't go wrong a lot of the times. Whereas even though KC's a good steak town, there's still only a handful that I would regularly frequent.
All right.
I think our barbecue options were pretty spoiled.
Okay, sounds good. Favorite non-alcoholic beverage?
Favorite ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
Straight?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Mark?
Soda water. I drink soda water, just basic soda water, lemon or lime, drink it a lot.
All right. Favorite alcoholic beverage?
Well, you know, this summer is all about Patron, so
It's the summer of Patron.
it's the summer of Patron. So that's what I'm
Hashtag
feeling
Patron
right now.
Summerfest.
And
In my industry, that's an impossible question. I'm in phases. I serve everything, so it's tough to then pick a favorite to.
What's your go-to?
My go-to is a really good gin and tonic. That's kind of a good solid tonic, a good solid gin. I'm pretty happy.
you have a favorite gin right now?
That Rieger gin is pretty tasty. I'm also a big Tanqueray fan, which is also probably why I like Rieger, because the master distiller from Tanqueray is the master distiller for Rieger gin. So that's probably why I like it. It's a very, very similar style. A lot of citrus, not a lot of bitter. Juniper's there. It's good.
And as I was saying, we would be going to the sponsors at some point. So, but here's a good point to jump in. As Rieger Whiskey, or should say, Rieger,
J. Rieger.
J. Rieger is a sponsor of the podcast. Thank you for saying Rieger without being prompted.
Yeah. Didn't need to. It's good enough.
And Chris wasn't here.
And Chris was not here. Favorite place. Now, this does not have to be. This could be kind of esoteric. This could be your childhood bedroom. Just your favorite place that you'd like to be if you could be.
I feel like your most power is in your now. So now is great. but I love being in my dreams. I love being in my head. I love creating and seeing that stuff come to pass. So,
Like that.
All right.
That was
Can you?
That's
Yeah,
Cam.
that was a deeper answer than most people had.
We haven't talked to Cam in a while. We forget this.
Do you lucid dream at all? Are you ever in control of your dreams? Like, do you ever get to do stuff like?
I don't know that I'm good enough yet to be intentional with it, but it happens.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Mark.
My grandmother, they had from just forever ago, they all grew up in Wisconsin, and they had, in the northern lakes, they had this little cottage, real small little cottage, but we used to spend a couple weeks every year during Memorial Day weekend, like now, up there, and haven't been back in about a decade. I'm going back this year, and was growing up, that was definitely like the highlight of each year, was going up there, so it'd be kind of nice to reminisce and kind of see some of the old family. So that was a place I always remember. Always felt safe.
cool.
Good spot.
So Cam, city slicker or country cousin?
Oh yeah, definitely city slicker. I just
Once again, I thought I knew this answer.
Yeah. Well, and it's probably just from growing up in the city. I don't have a lot of ties to the more country living and things like that. Although I've been in those areas and it's very peaceful. There's a lot of advantages of being out there. So.
Same answer, but a little different how we get there. City slicker for sure, but I grew up in the country, and while there is a lot of solitude and definitely a lot of quiet and peace, it's that gets boring. So it's nice to be able to go there when I need quiet and peace, but be here most of the time when actually things are happening.
That's kind of how I am.
Yeah, I can always go there.
Yeah, true.
I guess it's the converse too. I guess if I like the country more, I could always go to the city, but I prefer the city.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like the energy of a city.
Oh yeah.
So favorite movie?
I'm not a big movie buff, but if I had to say a favorite movie, I don't want to just pick one for the sake of picking one, but a movie that I can watch over and over again would be probably Friday.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm actually not mad at that at all.
Now that explains your dreams answer.
Hey, what do you think, Mark?
That's to narrow down to one is tough, but I kind of go by directors. I'm a big love Wes Anderson a lot, and I like the Coen brothers a lot. So pretty much anything that they do, if it's on, I will be watching it or recording it.
All right.
Like those guys a lot.
So Cam, blonde, brunette, or redhead?
I don't have a preference. I just go by connection. So, whatever form that takes, that's the direction I go.
Yeah, I say, but current. It looks like
Brunette.
Currently looks like a brunette.
Yeah, brunette.
Okay. Mark.
Wife's not here, but I'd probably still say brunette anyways. Yeah, we'll go brunette.
Okay. All right.
Been the majority.
All right. So there'll be a fight when he gets home. What is your favorite genre of music, song, or band?
We know what type of music you like.
Yeah, so is neo soul, is that
Yeah.
So neo soul is my genre. That's my whole vibe right there.
All right.
I don't really have a favorite band, but I'd say just that whole that's what I love.
So are you looking forward to the new Maxwell album about to come out?
Oh yeah. I'm a big fan.
Actually, I saw the video for Lake by the Ocean.
Yeah.
Yesterday or day before yesterday. I was like, God damn.
Yeah. I'm feeling BJ and the Chicago Kid right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny. Actually, it's funny you brought him up. BJ and Chance the Rapper, have been brought up on a podcast several times, and kind of just not on purpose, but So anybody out there in podcast land, if you haven't heard the BJ Chicago Kid in My Mind album, or actually just dropped last week the Chance the Rapper's coloring book album, which is actually free on iTunes. The first artist that I know that has been able to pull a free deal with iTunes.
Wow.
So as a matter of fact, it's funny. We were walking past an alley, like right around the corner from here, last week. Was that? Mm-hmm. And somebody in the area is a Chance fan, and bought a poster from his website, and he's selling them in packs of 10 for, I think it's $20, but you get
great deal.
a pack of 10 posters. And somebody had just put a poster up in the alley, like around the corner. I was like, wow, Chance is really doing this thing around.
You at random Kansas City alleys, you have come somewhere.
Yeah, you've come somewhere. Yeah.
Another group, real quick, that I've just discovered that I love is called The Internet.
The Internet.
Oh man,
We actually talked.
Yeah.
I said Mark and I think on podcast one talked about the Internet.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's my vibe.
Yeah.
I
And they're
can't
definitely.
believe nobody had thought of that, using that as a name.
Yeah,
for
right?
a group. You know,
Yeah, it's such a
it's
genius
so
name.
clean and simple. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
I'm gonna check that out. I've never heard of that.
They're great.
Yeah, they're great, and they're part of the Odd Future crew, which is they're just an odd crew of musicians out of California. Tyler, the Creator, is kind of the leader of that crew,
yeah.
and but you know, I'm trying to think of the other singer in that crew.
The Weeknd.
No,
I'm sorry. Frank
Ocean.
Frank
Yeah,
Ocean.
yeah,
Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they're all part of that same crew.
Oh, okay.
And
Girl Sweatshirt.
Yeah,
others.
definitely.
Cool.
So
Well, that would lead me to indie hip hop. Has always been kind of a big thing, and it's either indie hip hop some days, and some days it's kind of blues, rocky type of thing.
hip-hop.
So similar in the Tyler the Creator, Earl
Yeah.
Sweatshirt, kind of not as mainstream, but
Yeah.
doing I think some more unique
Yeah.
stuff, and kind of showing that it's a very versatile.
Yeah, the
genre.
art form is very much alive. I think a lot of people think because of everything that winds up on the radio that the art form of hip hop is dying, but it's very much alive. It's just it's the people who are super lyrical and stuff like that. They're just underground artists right now. So that takes us to favorite concert.
You know, I've only been to one concert my whole life.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just not my thing.
Who was that?
It was
I can see that,
the
though.
Boys the Men concert.
Yeah.
Man,
If
that
you're
was
gonna go
like
to one, that would be a good
93 or
one.
something. You know, with my
All
very
right.
first girlfriend in high school.
All right.
So, but no, it's not really my thing.
I say it's still in the vein of what you would normally listen to, though.
Yeah.
Mark.
What was it? The last few ones actually I've gone to haven't been amazing, but I remember there's a band out of California called the Cold War Kids, and it was right when they had first come out, and they played out in Lawrence, and in the middle of one of their songs there's this kind of like just vocal bare acoustics, but just vocal part, and all the lights went down in the concert hall, and the guy was doing his little acoustic or his vocal thing, and all of a sudden all these like drum beats started, and it didn't sound like a drum. It sounded like it was just drumming off some kind of other kind of percussion thing, and just got louder and louder. And when the lights turned back up at this crescendo of the end of it, they had given out drumsticks to like the crowd, and it was people like banging on the floor, on the walls, like
That's
ceiling
great.
tiles. It was pretty cool.
That's great.
That was the time I was kind of like, this is to get your whole audience into a show. And there were probably 600 people there to get like 200 of them with drumsticks
That's
hanging
great.
out.
Wow.
And no one's hitting each other, and everyone's just enjoying the music. It was fun.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So this, I think, for both of you, this should be an interesting answer. Favorite sports team ever?
Oh, you know, I literally stopped watching actively watching sports when Michael Jordan retired the first time. So that whole era, what's that, 93 to 96?
Yeah, he retired 93, 94.
And then what was that when he won the 5 rings or whatever it was? Six rings.
Yeah, the first time he retired in 93, 94, then he retired in 98.
And whenever I feel
And then
like
retired again in 2000.
So mid-90s
yeah,
Jordan
that's what
era.
I like. And I look up to Mike in
Jordan era
that era because, like, whenever I feel like I'm in a zone, because he, gotta be really. I always wondered what was going through his head when this was all happening. I call that my Michael Jordan moment.
Oh yeah.
So when I'm having that Michael Jordan moment, I just
Yeah.
I feel like
the Dynasty era Bulls is my favorite too. So.
Yeah.
What about you?
2015 Kansas City Royals. As a born and raised Kansas Cityan, I was born in '86. The Royals won the World Series in '85 and had never made the playoffs until 2014. So I went my entire life without ever seeing my favorite team in the playoffs. Made the World Series and lost it in 14 and then won it last year. That was like, I could almost have been okay with just quitting sports after they finally won. Took 30 years, 29 years for him to do so. That was my penultimate sports moment. Not sure if anything's going to really be able to beat that.
Yeah,
But what is your favorite sport?
Man.
Baseball.
It's baseball. I love football and basketball, but kind of grew up with baseball, and that's still my favorite sport.
All right. Weekdays or weekends?
both. I like them both.
I think that's the first both we've got. Yeah, I think so.
Weekdays, because weekends usually mean work in my industry. So Monday, Tuesday is usually my Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Mondays and Tuesdays are great days.
If you could have one, your favorite superpower.
That's a good one.
I don't know. Time travel.
That's a good one.
Okay, that is a good one. That is a good one. I think we've only had one other time travel.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yep, forward, backward, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It'll stop time to move around. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I guess the ultimate fly on the wall, invisibility.
We have had a couple of events. Yeah, I say yeah.
The ultimate fly on the wall. You can
a
a lot of things you can do with that one.
Definitely, that was hers as well.
And reading minds.
Yes,
That's a good one too.
Everybody's favorite podcast question: what is your favorite curse word?
Oh,
I don't
man.
think I've ever heard Cam cuss.
I don't think I have either, actually.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, I'll throw them out there every once in a while, but
Not as filthy mouths as the rest of us.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're all saints here.
I don't know. Probably shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Shit.
Fuck it.
I say fuck a lot, but actually, shit is probably my favorite.
That's probably the one that comes out the most.
Yeah.
Who said bastards? Brian.
Brian. Yeah. Mark?
God damn it! That's probably my favorite. Because I usually
That's
only.
surprising
That's one of the
coming
only
from
ones I
you.
actually mean, though. Like, the other ones I don't really mean, and that's the one where,
Okay,
like, in
that
that
makes
situation, God can literally damn that. in that situation. If I say it, that's how
you want it.
That's what I wanted to have. That's what I want to have.
First two guys say fuck.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Most guys usually
No,
say
Brian
fuck.
said bastards.
Brian
so
should be able to out of all the guys.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah.
Fuck's a very versatile word, but
it's a very usable
I
word.
mean,
Pretty much
the one I
everybody.
mean.
Yeah, it's just becoming
Dave-
another vocabulary
Big
item
Dave
for us.
said something other than fuck. He said,
I can't remember what they
son
said.
of a bitch. No, who said son of a bitch? I don't remember.
Nah, he might have said fuck your mother.
Son of a bitch almost has like a literary quality to it. Like it's been some pretty good books
who
and
said
some pretty good
son of a whore?
songs. And son of a
That
whore.
was
That was
Dave.
Big
Dave
Dave.
said son of a whore.
That was
Son of a
big.
whore.
That was Big Dave, yeah.
In his New Orleans Bostonian accent.
Yeah.
Whore.
Yeah.
Oh, how he
Son of a whore.
Yeah.
So which would be harder for you to give up? Coffee or alcohol?
Well, definitely coffee. Yeah, because I start every single day with coffee. I gotta have.
You gotta have a gas.
Yeah, I
Got to
gotta
have a
have.
cup of
Yeah.
coffee.
Alcohol.
Ah.
I get super jittery. I love coffee, but after like one cup, I get super like tweaking mode. It is.
That would
I
be
can't
interesting
focus.
to see.
I can't focus, and like everything's just like herky jerky. It feels like I'm like in a stop motion thing in my head.
Mark, they have a thing
hilarious.
called decaffeinated
That
coffee.
is-
I drink decaffeinated any night for dinner and stuff. Like after dinner with dessert, I always drink decaf, and I do like decaf coffee.
I do too.
But could I give it up? Sure.
Okay. All right.
I think you're one of the only ones that said alcohol besides maybe Lane.
Yeah.
I said alcohol.
Hey.
For sure.
What
Well,
is your...
The two bartenders that
Yeah.
they couldn't give up alcohol.
I
as easy
mean-
as coffee.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Coffee's a byproduct of our alcohol consumption.
Trying to get going.
There you go. What is your most bizarre talent? Just something we just wouldn't know you could do. An example, we had somebody on the panel who could do cartoon voices.
Ah, that's fun.
And then did one.
And then did one for the panel.
Oh,
Jesse Pringle.
No.
No.
Roy.
Roy Scott, that's right.
Yeah.
He
And
did
he
Marvin the Martian.
Yes.
Ah,
and it was
for
spot
us.
on.
Spot on.
Yeah. That was nice.
But most people don't have one, just so you know.
well, I won't do it, but a talent that I have is I can sing.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I did know that because we talked about that.
Oh,
one time,
okay.
but I don't think the group knew that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I'm glad Desiree's not here because
She'd make you?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
did, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you're never going to let her know that this is going on.
I think she follows.
Oh, is she
Uh-oh.
probably? All right.
She's going to know this is going on.
There it is.
Keep it under the rug.
And your most bizarre talent?
I played piano growing up for like 15, 16 years. I can play piano pretty well.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I haven't done it in probably 3 or 4 years now, but I can sit down in about 20 minutes. I can pick it back up pretty quick.
Did not know that.
Can you teach it?
I'm not a great teacher at like technically proficient things. Like I do it my own way. Like I was really good at math growing up, but I was the worst math tutor in the world because I have my own ways of doing things. So like for technique and stuff, I'm not. It's never textbook, so I'm a bad teacher in that sense. I'm good at things like I can coach sports, I can teach people bartend and stuff like that, but technically proficient stuff, it's kind of do it my own way.
Does that
Alright.
make you a closet pianist?
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, Cam, who is or was your celebrity crush?
I'll see. Man, so
Alright.
many of them.
I just love women.
Yeah. Well, I don't really have one now, but back in the days, it was split between Nia Long and Tony Braxton.
And Tony Braxton.
Sultry.
Okay.
Back in the day, remember that?
The sultry sensitive
yeah,
side of
yeah,
Cam comes out with that.
Remember that? I think it was a Vibe cover she did. No, that was Janet, but she did a
She
pretty
did do
risque
She
one.
did do a
yeah.
back cover too. That was yeah. Actually, Tony back in the day.
Come on,
Tony
dude.
back in the day was kind of cute.
Lights
Yeah,
out. They don't make
That's
them like
kinda
that. no
cute.
more.
Yeah, no, I hadn't even thought about Tony Braxton.
She
I was
wasn't
like,
kind of cute. She was
She was
sexy.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
She was
I'm just saying, like, no,
That's the
like,
thing, she
kind
had-
of cute is what you say about your next door neighbor.
No,
She
but I
was
didn't-
very
but
She
I
was one of those you couldn't call her hot.
Yeah, but
like,
I didn't
those
have,
words those like hot
Yeah.
words like that don't really apply to like a woman like that.
Yeah, like, I didn't-
that's
yeah.
sexy, sultry, like it's a different style.
Yeah, but I guess I never thought of her that way. Although I'll join in with you on the Nia Long.
Yeah.
In fact, back in the day, it was between Janet.
Yeah, I was
it
gonna throw
between
Janet out there.
I
Nia Long, and then
Those were my
and
three.
then she was only in a couple of movies. But anybody out there in podcast land who's seen Love Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Her Nia Long,
Yeah.
her best friend in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between those three, like those were like my celebrity crushes back in the day. I don't really have one now, but back in the day, it was between those three definitely. Between that. And I think the third one became one because of the movie Devil in the Blue Dress. And because it was a scene with her and Denzel. That was extra.
What was the name of the girl that was in?
I don't know, guys. I'm still liking Halle Berry of all.
Oh yeah, Hal.
Can't really mess with Allie.
Oh yeah. God, I can't think of. We'll talk about it offline.
Here's how old
I
mine
can't
was.
think of the name-
Mine
the
was
name
Farrah
of the-
Fawcett.
Oh, God, sure. Farrah Fawcett
yeah.
back in the day? Come on.
You loved her forever until you saw her cheat on somebody and he smacked her across the bar. Remember that?
Oh,
What's her-
Sanaa Lathan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on.
I'm like, you loved her forever, and
Love
then
and
all of a sudden
Basketball.
that movie, what the hell movie was that?
Love and
Jump to the
Basketball?
Broom- not Jump to the Broom.
No, that was
The Family That Prays.
The Family.
Oh,
Tyler
Prayed.
Perry.
Yeah.
When he saw that movie, he's like, I don't like her anymore.
Yeah. Like her character turned me all the way off. Like I was like, oh, okay, I'm over that one.
No more of that.
Mark, what do we think?
Growing up, obviously it was not for her on-screen talent, but I had a big Jessica Alba crush when I was growing up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Junior high, high school, for sure.
Good
Jessica
looking,
Alba.
good looking woman.
Good looking woman.
yeah. Sin City was some really awesome scenes.
Yes, it was.
You know, she was really having a hard time playing that role.
Yeah, well, she did it really well. It may have been hard,
You like
but I want to
you like her
rephrase
little
what I just
dance-
said.
You like her little dance and chat scene, don't
Oh,
you?
that was
goodness.
just about as good as it can get.
I was about to say, if you could see Dave's face right now, podcasters, this is classic. This is classic.
The overall, though, the wife definitely like changed the channel if like From Dusk Till Dawn comes on. I've always had a Selma Hayek thing.
Oh yeah.
And that's
She changes the channel?
hell yeah. I can't. I don't like. She asked me something I don't answer, and B, like weird noises or like things come out, and me mostly just to piss her off. But it's
That's so funny.
it's the one where it's just easier for us not to get into an argument. If it was
You
just
know what? I
changes.
forgot about Selma.
Oh,
How do you forget about Selma Hayek? She's very beautiful.
I have not seen
like
her in a
52.
while. But mine wasn't.
But even
just-
back in the day, when she, I mean, Dusk Till Dawn was very early in her career.
Yeah, mine
Really,
wasn't.
like when she finally,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
That was still like 93, 95.
Yeah.
What's-
Mine wasn't Dusk Till
25
Dawn. It
years
was what was the other movie with her and Antonio Banderas?
Desperado.
Desperado. I had that movie on VHS.
Yeah.
Desperado.
Was Desperado the
she was real.
scene, or was From Dusk Till Dawn the scene when
No, that was definitely
Dusk Till
Desperado.
Dawn? Oh, was Desperado the
Dusk Till Dawn, the only real scene she was in was when she was dancing on the table with the snake.
Yeah.
That's
at the
right.
bar.
That's the pretty iconic one too, though. So,
Yeah.
Selma Hayek's got it going.
Yeah, you're not going to hear any complaint on that one.
All right, so Cam, if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, calories be damned,
It's beating.
what would it be?
Prime rib.
For the rest of your life, that's all you eat.
But you never get fat from it.
You never get tired of
but I have
it.
to
You never get tired of it.
You won't ever get tired from it.
Yeah, you won't get tired of it. You won't get fat from
It's
it.
every
it's
meal
just gonna
for the
taste
rest
good
of your
every
life.
time.
Ooh, that's
Ribeye steak from Capitol Grill, lobster tail, lobster mac and cheese. Finish it off with
Lobster mac and cheese.
the
It's really
flourless cake that they have there, and probably would have some champagne. I like champagne.
Gotta wash it down with something.
Yeah, you gotta wash it down with something.
Oh, with that chocolate cake.
Oh, that
Of course.
Come on, that lobster
Yeah.
mac is crazy.
not that I'm trying to
I
just
like
copy
it
an
with
answer and
pork.
take the cheap way out. The exact same meal, exact same meal, exact same place.
Oh yeah.
I'm
It's
a
hard to beat
huge Kansas City Capitol Grill fan. And
All right.
They do a phenomenal job.
Oh,
It's you can't beat it. Like, don't be mad at it if you can't beat it.
Yeah, it's super corporate. So what? It's
so
amazing.
delicious.
It's amazing.
They do good
consistent.
here, though.
Yeah.
Capitol Grill.
The one here is.
Yeah, I don't know about
we have a
anywhere
gem.
else.
That's why they've been in business for 30 years, guys.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Absolutely. So, if you could read minds, whose would you want to read?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
If I could read minds, who would I want to read?
Alive or dead, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It could
that's
be
what
get a pass.
Yeah.
There you go.
Albert Einstein.
Oh,
That's the first Einstein we've had on the panel. All right.
that's a good one though.
Yeah, it's real good.
If it was current, it would be Donald Trump, just to figure out what in the hell is going on in there.
What's going on in
Because
there?
that would be a great movie that I'm sure Charlie Kaufman could write the screenplay for. It'd be really. In general, my actual answer, that's a good one. I'm a really, really big C.S. Lewis fan. I think he was a really good writer and very good satirist, and I just to see how he composed. He did a great job of composing, writing sentences, very packed in with things, but very short and to the point. Like, picked his words perfectly. And I've always liked writing, and that'd be one to just kind of know how to communicate that effectively, that briefly.
Yeah.
It's a big question.
I think that's a new. Yeah, I think that's actually the first too. I don't think we've had an author yet on the panel. All right. So we're at our last question, and this is the shorty but the biggie. So it goes like this. My name is. Fill in the blank.
Oh shit! I don't know.
My name is.
Your actual name.
Oh, Camden.
And I am.
Powerful.
I like that.
My name is.
Mark.
And I am.
Perplexed. I'm always thinking. So I would say thoughtful in the sense of the connotation of being just thoughtful and considerate, but also I'm in my head a lot.
Okay.
So thoughtful.
And ladies and gentlemen, you have just played a few of my favorite things.
All right.
That's a fun game.
That's good. I like